What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Digibyte. Those are the four we're going to be going over. And first of all, I want to start out talking about Bitcoin here. And guys, what we've been hearing, and obviously if you've been in the crypto space for any amount of time, everyone's been talking about this halving. You've seen videos, people saying it's going to 1 million, it's going to 100,000. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is due to the speculation that's in this market. I truly believe, and that's why I've started this channel. I wanted to take you on my trading journey with me, learning this stuff. I really think people who are on this channel need to learn how to trade for themselves. I think that's the best thing that you can do, because I know people want to get that euphoria when you hear or you watch a video and someone saying, man, Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000 or it's going to go to 1 million. I've been there before when I first got into the space. And, guys, there's been a lot of dreams crushed in this space as well. And that's why I believe trading is one of the best things, because this market moves in massive swings. It moves a lot of times in 10 to even 25% swings. And that's what you want to take advantage of, because overall, think about it. If you go back, how many videos, even in 2019, we're talking about Bitcoin in 2020 being $1 million. And people get so thrilled off that, and they get so hyped off that, guys, and it's just not reality. And what we have to realize is this is a different space than it was back when Bitcoin was dollars. Now it's thousands of dollars. It's been around for 10 years now. So for Bitcoin to go from $10,000 to $1 million is much more difficult, I believe, than what it's done, just because of how many percentage X that it's basically multiplied. Thousands and thousands of percent it's already made. So that's what we always have to be aware of. And if you can trade the technicals, that's where I believe you're going to be the most successful. And that's what we're going to get into today. But, going into the Bitcoin halving, I don't know what's going to happen. These whales, they'll do whatever the heck they want to do, guys. In this space, there's so many fake outs, breakouts, manipulations. It's all over the place. And that's where you just need to really guard yourself, and you have to look at the price action. Look at the price action, go off that, and then go from there. But when people are saying, $1 million or $100,000, whatever, guys, we're sitting at, we haven't even been able to hold $10,000 as support, which I've talked about. Last time we were up here, we said the importance of holding $10,000 as support. Even when we broke it back here and got to 10,500, the importance of holding 10,000 as support. And what happened after that? We had that massive sell-off. Obviously, a lot of things going on in the world, but that's the type of stuff, guys. And that's why you have to use stop losses. You have to protect your capital in this space, because if you just buy and you hold, you're hoping. Okay. If you're aligned with the trend and it's an uptrend, that's fine. But if you're in a bear market and you're in that downtrend, hodling is one of the worst things that you can do. So, I'm going to be real with you. I don't care if I'm hated or whatnot. I'm going to tell people the truth, and hopefully it can help save you some money down the road. So we're going to get into Bitcoin here. I apologize for that, guys, but it's getting close to the halving here, a week away, and we're not even above $10,000. And how many people said we were going to be at 1 million here? So that's why the speculation's very real, and we just have to take the price action for what it is. I think that's what's going to help us the most here. But when we're looking at Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame, what you see here is the importance of us getting over $10,530. We can get over $10,530. That breaks these lower highs that we've been in for so long now. When we topped out at $14,000, that was the middle of June 2019. So since then, guys, it's just been lower highs and lower highs and lower highs. And we don't want that anymore. We want to get over top of that. And what I believe it could start with here is, we're going to look at this on the 4-hour time frame, but we've been looking at this little pennant, this potentially bullish little pennant here. And what we need to do today with this 1-day candle is close up above $9,303 and also about 3 to 5% outside of this pennant here. That's going to show you that it's a true break. We're not there yet. I'll show you on the 4-hour time frame how basically we shot out of the pennant, and then we actually had a little bit of a sell-off on heavier volume. So we definitely have to be aware of that. But what's tough is we're running into this resistance here at 9,303, and then around that 10,500. And our RSI right now for Bitcoin on the 1-day is at 75. So we're already in that overbought territory. Can we go up into the 90s? Absolutely. And this pennant could take us there. If we have a true breakout up through here, that would take us up above 10,500. And then I would want to see us consolidate on top of that, turn that old resistance into new support. And guys, that could probably even show us that we are entering that longer term bull market as well. We need to break those lower highs in the macro sense. That's extremely important. But in terms of the secondary trend here, this intermediate term trend, not the macro trend, we are in this uptrend here. This is an intermediate term trend. We're up above our 200-day moving average. We're up above our 20. We're up above our 50. Our volatility stop, they have it at 8,370 right now, but the trend is still up and we are still respecting this yellow trend line. So that's something that we have to be aware of right now, because we could get this next leg up here. But we do have some strong resistance at 9,303. So I'd like to close up above that today, and that may give us the room to run up and test that $10,530. But just remember, we're getting into that overbought territory. So this is an area where there's just a lot going on. It's a sticky situation. I mean, if you look at TradingView right now, which I haven't done yet, we'll just look at it together here, but I'm sure it's a lot of mixed signals here, like almost neutral on everything. That's what I'd say, just looking at the technical analysis here. So oscillators, we have 2 for a sell, 8 neutral, 1 buy. For buy, right here, we have 2 sell, 9 neutral, 17 buy, and then moving averages, we have 0 sell, 1 neutral, 16 buy. So this is the overall that we're having right now, 9 neutral, 17 buy, 2 sell on our signals. And as you go down through here, you can see in the shorter term, definitely we're having those buy signals for our moving averages. It's just a little bit more mixed in the neutral sense in terms of like our MACD, our stock, bull bear power, all those different type of oscillators right now. So that's where we're just having that back and forth battle. And if we move here into the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, take a look at this. So here's the pennant we've been tracking. We did a video on this yesterday. Go back and check it out if you haven't seen it. But we have broken out through this. It was a nice strong candle above average volume. But look what came in next here. This is a high volume sell-off that you're seeing. So we're going to have to wait to see where this 4-hour candle closes, because we still have about another 30 minutes in this candle. But that potentially could almost be like a hanging man candle on heavier volume. So we're going to have to watch that. And that's also correlating at that 9,303. So we're just going to see if this is a fake breakout. Was it one that we get out through the top and then we basically give it all back? Or are we finally going to make a nice move out here, maybe consolidate a little bit and then make that next leg up? On the 4-hour time frame, we are still up above our 20 EMA. We're up above our 50 and our 200 and that trend line. So that's what I'm talking about. Our trend is still up here. So if you're in a position, you still want to be in your position, and you'd be trying to ride this up to the upside and see if we do have an upside break out of this pennant here, which we covered. And that's why I want you to watch the video from yesterday. We went through the encyclopedia chart patterns and talked all about this, but we're going to have to see if this is a true breakout here, or if this is one of those false breaks because of the selling volume that we're having right at this overhead resistance here. That's also going to correlate with potential overhead resistance over here as well. So that's just a tough area, and why I said we need a daily candle close up above 9,303 today. And also, guys, if you get something from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You want me just being real with you. We're covering technicals. We're covering, the buying and selling of Bitcoin. That's what I'm here to do. I'm looking at this in the technical sense. I'm not going to give you all the speculations. People have asked, what do I think Bitcoin's going to be in 2020? I'd love to see Bitcoin around, $12,000 to $15,000. I'd be extremely happy if we're at that level and holding it in an actual bull market in the macro sense. I would be extremely happy about that. But, if you get something from that, just let me know down low. And also for all the people who do the smiley faces, thumbs up, whatever, that's really been helping out on the channel as well. So even if you can just put a letter down there, it helps out with the algorithm. I appreciate it, guys. So that's what we're going to watch today. We're going to see with this pennant here if we're going to continue to make a nice strong move to the upside. In terms of support, we just need to stay up above this yellow trend line. So that's what I'm going to be watching. That may take another day or two before this is even back tested, if we are to drop down out of here. But right now it's looking like, we need more time to wait and see what's going to happen. We got above average volume on the breakout, and now we're having above average selling. So that's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on. So that's Bitcoin, guys. We're going to move into Litecoin next. Take a look at this. Litecoin's at $46.99. Let's get that out of the way. So what you can see with Litecoin, and this is what we've been paying a lot of attention to here. So our previous resistance was at that $46.59. So we've broken up through it. We back tested it. We broke up again. We back tested it again. We back tested it, fell through. Fought to get back up again, guys. Set a higher low here, and now we're basically consolidating on top of it. So that's showing you the importance of this level. And that's where we always talk about resistance, you want it to become new support. Okay? That flip, that support and resistance flip, or vice versa. That's what you're always looking for. But in terms of Litecoin here, same on the 4-hour. We're up above this white trend line. So obviously in the intermediate term, our trend's still up. We're up above our 200 moving average, which that's a good thing as well. But as you can see, the price was going up here. We're actually losing strength on our RSI. We're at 49 on the RSI, still having lower highs here on the RSI. So we need to pay attention to that. I mean, this is one of those areas, if you're already sitting in a Litecoin position, guys, this isn't financial advice. This is where you would most likely want to stay in your position because you're still up above that trend line. You're still holding that support right now. You're up above the 200. I mean, on the 1-day time frame, it's a little bit tougher because we're still below that 200, but this is still an area where you want to be patient. Now, is this a time when you just want to jump in? If you haven't been in a position, I would probably wait for more confirmation to the upside. That's just me, though. I'm a conservative trader. But the trend in the intermediate term has been up, and that's what we're looking for. But we need to hold these levels of $46.59. If we don't hold that, I would look down to around $45.32. Then it'd be down around $43.85 for Litecoin. So that's Litecoin, guys. Part of the Litecoin family there. Smash that like button. Let me know down low. Let me know if you're looking for a position. Are you in a position? You still riding a position? Or where did you even get your position at? Where did you buy for the position you're holding right now if you're still in it? So that's Litecoin. We're going to move into Ethereum next, and that was Litecoin on the 4-hour time frame. And then for Ethereum, we're sitting at 208 right now. And as we've been looking at Ethereum, that critical level of $204.90, we'll call it 205. Same deal like we were talking about with Litecoin. Previous resistance, we broke up through it. We want to find support off it. We've basically been consolidating sideways here. So we're waiting for a break. As the candles are going to get tighter here, we're going to wait for either that explosive move to the upside where we can challenge $218, then be around that 226, or a downward break where most likely we would challenge about $174 would be support, as well as that 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, which would be at about $179.49. Same deal though, our price was moving up here, and you can see our RSI, we were actually having lower highs there. We're at 51, so it is still neutral in this area as we're continuously watching this. And we really don't want to lose this yellow trend line. I mean, we could maybe even extend it out a little bit more. We could get a couple touches. We have a touch here, touches back here. So now this is going to be our new trend line that we're going to continue to follow and see if we can stay up above that. And that's the support of those higher lows coming in, that buying pressure. We need that buying pressure so we can get through these overhead resistances and maybe even come up there and challenge $247.97. There's going to be some areas as well, but still, guys, you know, you're in a position, not a terrible spot to be right now, riding your position. If you're thinking about getting into a position, you may want to have more confirmation because we still do have, you know, 1, 2, about 3 overhead resistances before we potentially could get a break from about that 226 to about $247 right now. So patience still is key. Ethereum, for trading view, we're going to take a look here. It is at a strong buy right now. Oscillator, 0 sell, 9 neutral, 2 buy in this on the 1-day. Summary here, 1 sell, 10 neutral, 14 buy, and then our moving average is 1 sell, 1 neutral, 15 buy. So basically this is the one that you'd be looking at overall. It's showing a strong buy on the 1-day. On the 1 week here, it's still showing a buy. So you can see that, and then we could even go out to the month and we could take a look. But this shows, guys, and this is why I love TradingView as well, because I'll do all my technical analysis before I look at any of this. Then I see how closely it aligns to everything, and that kind of shows you if you're with the direction of the market. And then here, even on the 4-hour time frame. So you can see Ethereum there, what we're looking at, but this would be the area to hold to see if we get that next leg, that next push to the upside is what we're going to be looking at. So that's Ethereum, guys. You like me covering that? Let me know down low, and also let me know if you're in an Ethereum position. And then we'll move into Digibyte. Let me find us a good chart for Digibyte. What I'm looking for here is a chart basically with the most information. I know Bittrex has had it for quite a while. We'll take a look here. All right, so Digibyte, we are at that 2 cents, which is nice. Let's get that off there. And what I like, though, was more volume was finally coming back into Digibyte. If you zoom out here, take a look at this volume. This was so low for such a long time. When you have that low volume, the price can swing just wildly. So it's nice to see some volume coming back in here. We are starting to get to some overextended levels. You can see some big selling right here. So we had a volume climax, and then we're having almost like a hanging man candle here. So I wouldn't be shocked if Digibyte did retrace a little bit. I mean, obviously it depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to go on a massive pump, most likely it's going to send Digibyte with it, regardless of what's going on. But you are seeing a hanging man candle here on the 4-hour time frame on some heavier volume, and we have about a 70 there, so we are in overbought territory on the RSI. But like I said, guys, things can get so overextended in this space. If we look at Digibyte on the 1-day time frame here, we're at 81 on the RSI, so we're definitely getting overextended there. Had a ton of volume coming in here. We're just going to see if this is our top to where we potentially need to cool down a little bit. You see, each time after you pump, the market has to breathe. You pump, market has to breathe. We just pump, so we're going to see if we have to breathe. Support, I'd be looking at 0.01657 is going to be the area of support, and that's also going to correlate around this 20 EMA, which is going to be at 0.01506 is going to be the area. And guys, if we didn't hold that, then I would be looking down to around 0.01142. And those are the downside supports that we would want to pay attention to. This has went up pretty vertically here. So a lot of times when you get that and your RSI gets really overextended, you may have one of those breathers. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that, but it's nice to see Digibyte back up here, gaining a little bit of strength. We're at 0.02462, which is nice. And you can see the moving averages right here are 50 is crossing over our 200. So that is a golden cross there on the 1-day time frame for Digibyte as well. So I would just think for Digibyte, we probably need to cool off a little bit. Could we pump harder? Absolutely. But we are getting into that overextended territory with some climax volume up into this area. So that's what I want to bring you today, guys. If you can get some from this, let me know down low. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave me just an exclamation point, thumbs up, anything like that really helps me out. Take care, guys.